Hello, my name's Bev and I'm the author of the book Please Eat, A Mother's Struggle to Free Her Teenage Son from Anorexia, which describes our family's battle with the deadly eating disorder, anorexia nervosa, which my teenage son Ben developed back in 2009 when he was just 15 years old. This post is from the 11th of September 2011 and it's called Touching Base on How Things Have Been This Week at School. Yesterday I had a chat with Ben about how this first week at school has been. I also weighed him because, if you remember, I agreed that for the first 3 days back at school Ben could reduce his calories by 100 a day. Why did I agree to do something that may appear to be colluding with the eating disorder? Well, because Ben needs to eliminate as much of the anxiety as possible that comes as part and parcel of easing him back into school. There was a caveat to this temporary calorie reduction, however. I'd weigh him at the end of the week, and the following week's intake will be based on the results. My plan is to ease him back into school, adjusting his intake up gradually until he's gaining consistently. In the end, he'd gained this week anyway, so we've agreed a duplicate week next week. What I must be careful not to do is to feed the mindset that the cure for school and social anxiety is a reduction in food intake. But school's not been too bad this week, not perfect, but not anywhere near as bad as it was 1 year ago. And we won't even talk about where we were 1 year before that. But it's a case of gently easing him in, touching base regularly to check that the delicate balance of socialising, eating, exercise, sleeping and anxiety levels are relatively okay, and doing whatever it takes to put things right if they're not. My main concern is the social side of things, so I'm keeping a close but discreet eye on this. And you know, we haven't had a CAMS appointment for a month. So I really hope they work with me, not against me, when we see them this coming Friday. And that's the end of that post. What this post does show, apart from the fact that the first week at school was kind of okay, it wasn't as bad as it could have been, is that because we hadn't had a CAMS appointment for a month, it shows how Ben and I were working together as a team on helping him to recover from the eating disorder. And that was something that would become more and more evident over the next few months as we inched very closely to Ben's 18th birthday. And because CAMS is called Child and Adolescent Mental Health Services, young people tend to be discharged when they reach the age of 18. We were lucky in that CAMS gave us a couple more months after Ben reached the age of 18. But anyway, that's for future blog posts. So thank you for listening. You'll find a link below to my blog, and you'll also find a link to my website where you can download free PDFs of my blog, and also a link to Amazon where you can buy a copy of my book.